中文不很好 so 我会念英文。My dad moved back to Taiwan when I was 5 years old, but he would come back to see me twice a year, once in the summer and once in the winter. We would talk every Saturday night, and I remember I would wait by the phone for his call because I was so excited to chat with him. When I think about how much effort he made to come see me twice a year, how tiring it must have been to fly to San Francisco and rent a car, then drive to LA to pick me up, and drive back to Auntie Michelle's house in Fremont. It truly showed how much he cared about me, and it took me until now to realize the sacrifices and effort he put into making sure he was a part of my life, even though he needed to be half a world away for work. I have many fond memories of our time together during his visits. He would take me to Disneyland every time he visited me. I remember one time when he was here when I was 7, I tried to convince him to stay longer in LA because I didn't want him to leave yet. And when he said he had to go back for work, I said, you can only go back early if you take him to Disneyland, which of course he did because he thought it would make me less sad to see him leave. That was absolutely not the case. I still cried when he left. This wasn't just a one-time occurrence. I never wanted our time together to end. And I would always cry when I knew he had to leave, sometimes for days, sometimes for weeks. Up until I was 20, I would still cry when we were saying goodbye. I reacted this way because I loved him so much. I wish I could have spent more time with him. And standing here at his funeral, I wish I had spent more time with him. But enough about regrets on what I didn't do. I want to talk about how I'm going to preserve his legacy in the future. There are many things he did that influenced who I am now. My dad is a computer science professor, and he always has been a techie. Whenever we went back to Fremont, as my aunt said, he would take me to shop at Fry's, and he would buy all the latest tech and experiment with them back at home. It was not until I went to business school that I realized I wanted a career in tech. And I can truly say it was my dad's life that influenced my path. After I graduated, I started working at a tech consulting company for AWS. And when I told him about my new job, he started learning about AWS. During my visit in September 2019, which was the last time I saw him in person, we chatted about my newfound passion for emerging technologies, specifically IoT and AI/ML. And he told me he was actually teaching IoT to his students, and he was in a deep racer league. I had only been working on the marketing side for AI/ML and didn't understand deep racer completely. So he explained to me how the training models work to keep the cars on the track. Basically, there's a reward when the car stays within the parameters you set. And a couple days later, when we chatted about my future, he used machine learning as an answer to an existential life question, which I'll remember for the rest of my life. I asked him, how do you know when something is right for me? And his answer was, it's like reinforcement learning. When you maximize the reward in a situation based on not repeating your past failures. So I'll repeat this because I feel that his wise words can help everyone here. How do you know when something is right for you? It's like reinforcement learning, where you maximize the reward in a situation based on not repeating your past. Meaning life is a series of lessons. When you complete a course, you've added knowledge to your life. The more knowledge you have, the more you know what's right for you. And it's not just learning from courses, it's learning from mistakes in life. It could be mistakes in relationships or mistakes in investment decisions. Maximize the reward in your life by learning from your mistakes. I know I will live my life based on Daddy's advice, and in a sense, by following his advice, it means he will still be with me, teaching me something every day. I love you, Daddy. I miss you. I want you to know you've influenced my life more than you know, and your memory will continue to influence my future.